It shouldn't be, but I could be wrong. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. Why is this what people see? Preview. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I'm going to assume. I have to assume that I'm being heard. Okay. Give me an emoji, give me a hour. So going to briefly check for a second. Then I will be getting into these readings, getting into the intro, getting into anybody hear me? Can anyone hear me? Okay, is this how today? People popping in. I don't know. I'm waiting for maybe a loyal follower to let. Can anybody hear me? I feel like I'm talking to the abyss. Oh my gosh. I don't see anything on YouTube. Oof. Live chat. Okay, thank you, Jessica. And start. I just needed to confirm that people could hear me. Thank you so much for that, Jessica. Okay, so we are going to get into our December forecast for the rest of the month. If you were looking for your forecast overall, that's going to be on my YouTube. It's going to be to members first. If you're interested in that, I cover the month overall, what to expect the month overall, your love and relationships and career and finances. But specifically for this reading, I'm going to go through all 12 signs and I'll clarify whatever I need to clarify. And then I'm going to pick a bonus card for each sign for the new moon in Sagittarius that we have coming up. Now, I was going to join the Queen of the Moon Oracle for each zodiac sign. I'll go ahead and skip over collective. So guys, it wasn't actually crazy. It was just disappointing. And, ironically, it's not really ironic, but you know, as a psychic, I saw it coming. Interesting today to navigate. So I am a little low vibe, but hopefully with the encouragement of you folks, I will raise my Aries here. And let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, perfect. So currently, what does Aries need to work on for the rest of December? And what is coming up for? And let me get a jumper, please, for the new moon in Sagittarius for Aries. Got it. Okay, perfect. All right, so Mickey says, disappointing weekend overall that trailed into Monday. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. What's your big three, Mickey? What's your sun sign? When's your birthday? Or your rising? Fast. So it also represents travel. So you might be traveling, things might be picking up for you, things might be moving fast. Let's go ahead and get a quick clarification on that, because 8 of Wands can mean did a little getaway, Aries, okay? Maybe for the holiday season, but the 8 of Wands typically represents infatuation, getting carried away. What you need to work on. We've got the sun. Okay, the sun is connected to your joy, your happiness, and also the sun is about getting back to your childlike nature, getting back to your happiness. Aries, time to unlock new doors. I understand it's not focusing, but you guys, I feel like you can trust me. Yes, okay, that's important. Let's look at what's coming up for you for the rest of the month, Aries. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. Now, this really goes along with what I said you are going to be receiving some money or some sort of help or some sort of assistance this month or by the end of this. Okay, I'm back. That was not cute. I was frozen for a second there. Okay, my computer's doing, let me close some stuff, because my computer's doing too much apparently. Let me close some stuff, close some windows, because my computer's trying to do too much. We're gonna just take a beat so I can close some windows on my laptop. Taking a beat, closing some stuff, closing some windows so that my computer's not working too hard. Okay, why is all this happening in the background? Okay, hopefully that's helpful. Okay, we're back. So, back to what I was saying, just in case I got cut off. 6 of Pentacles and gifts. I really feel like that confirms, you know, that money is coming in for you, Aries, if you are hoping for some sort of income or some sort of a support. Now, for the new moon in Sagittarius, your card is the Patience card. So I would like to read, I'm just going to read the quick little blurb. All right, so that's number 36. I actually almost flipped right to it. I flipped to 37. There's a whole thing, but I'm just going to read the short message. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. The things are happening, you just can't see it yet. Be loving and patient with your body. The affirmation is, I take my time to enjoy the journey. I think this is really interesting too, especially because Aries, we've had Saturn temporarily in your sign in Aries for a brief period of time this summer, and then it went back into Pisces in September, and now we're still kind of having to contend with that Pisces moving out, Saturn moving out of Pisces in February, okay? So you might be feeling this specifically of maybe you felt like embrace this time, embrace this period, okay? Drop some comments if that resonated with you. I'm going to go ahead. I typically like to take notes, but I'm not going to take notes tonight. I'm just not going to do that. I have that damn song by Tyler in my head. You say you love me, you ain't put me in Chanel. That is what makes our dating world so toxic right now. But who am I? I don't know. I also want to be put in Chanel. So. Okay, let's move on to... We're moving on to Taurus. All right, here we go. Again, Taurus, we're looking at where you are, what you need to work on, and what's coming up for you for the rest of the month. And we're going to look at your new moon in Sagittarius card. Taurus, where are they currently? What do they need to work? What is their oracle card, Taurus, for the month of, okay, beauty. All right, where you are, Taurus. Just want to look at your other cards. Okay, you're at the justice point. You know, you are in a place, Taurus, and if you've got a Taurus placement, make some comments below. All right, you are in a place where you are just getting what you, all right. The Justice card is also connected to Libra energy, and it is associated with karma. Okay, so Mickey, this might apply to you. You're trying to right a wrong. Tell me more, Spirit. What's up with Taurus? What are they going through? I mean, again, this, look, mature woman, this might involve an older woman, or this might involve you needing to mature specifically. I'm getting in-laws. Something about in-laws is coming through. I'm feeling, sensing that. You're trying, there's a little bit of advocating for yourself that is happening right now for you, Taurus. That you're not going down without a fight. You're like, you know what? No, this isn't right, and I'm not going to just lie down and take this. I feel like that's what you're moving through. What you need to work on is also about freedom, creativity, expressing yourself, wanting to see what's out there. So there's a little bit of like loosey-goosey energy that you need to embody right now. It's a little bit, I want to pull a card from the Cat Tarot. I don't know why, but okay. There's a little bit of energy here of like needing to be fun. This is the Nine of Cups reversed. You need to focus on what makes you happy. Okay, and I believe I mentioned this in your monthly forecast. So again, if you'd like to watch that full length reading, that's on my YouTube page, if you'd like to see what I predicted for your sign. But you need to allow yourself permission to say, you know, what do I want? What makes me happy? Because it seems like maybe you're not getting something you wanted, and now you've got to figure out what you do want now that something you did to be nice. You know, emotion also. But if I'm honest, what this looks like to me is like at the beginning of the middle of the month, so about now, you're advocating for yourself. But then as we get closer and closer to New Year's, you're just kind of like simmering it down. You're just like, you know what? I just want to be peaceful. Like that's very Taurian energy. Your card for the new moon in Sagittarius is beauty. All right. Now, this card kind of gets on my nerves because I just don't like the way that the author writes about this card, but let me see what the summary is. Okay. In spirit, beauty is everywhere in nature. Just look. Beauty comes in many forms, and we can choose to find it. I love how I look. Okay, was that supposed to be affirmation? Rid yourself of clutter and what you find disagreeable. Okay, I mean, this is really about you, Taurus, wanting to really have only Venusian things around you. You want it to be aesthetically pleasing. You want it to be beautiful. You want it to be perfect. And you want to be associated with this new moon in Sagittarius of like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I want to be comfortable. I want to be elevated. And really like choose emotional well-being at all costs. So I love that for you, Taurus. Drop some comments below if you are I'm putting that back. HJM says, what if you don't know your rising? I don't know if you're still in the room, but there are lots of free tools online that you can utilize to find out your birth chart. You can utilize astroseek.com, and it is hyphenated, astro-seek. You can also use, people have been using Astro daily, but I mean, I don't use it as intensely as some other astrologists, but I think it's helpful. Like somebody just, I started recently following the Astrology podcast, and they are recently talking about on their podcast, recurrent transits, and being aware. What that means is if you were born under a significant transit, like Venus conjunct Jupiter or whatever, then every time you were born under, I was born under a Uranus conjunct Neptune, I think. So that's really interesting, but it won't happen again in my life. Know the time. Now, okay, so here's what I suggest. I did this with a friend recently because she didn't know what time she was born under either. So I said, you know what? I'm going to play with this and I'm going to see what I think your rising is based on what your birth chart is. So we AM to start with the morning, okay? And if you have a general idea, maybe if you know from your mom where you were or like what time of day you were born, you can have some kind of energy to work with. And so we kind of played with it a little bit, and I think maybe earlier in the day it was like Aries rising, and I was like, I don't think you're an Aries rising. At the moment she might be a Leo. We moved it to the Evo, and I was like, I could see Leo for you, but ultimately we got to her being a Virgo rising because she is so, and this woman is a Capricorn. We weren't able to exactly pinpoint her exact birth time, but if you play with the time a little bit, you might be able to read about, you know, playing with kind of the times of day a little bit with the birth chart, and you might be able to get a roundabout idea of when you were born. So I hope that's helpful. All right, we're gonna move on to Gemini. Everybody in YouTube has joined. It's so sad. I think am I still even live? Oh, it says stream finished. Oh no. Well, that's okay. I don't know. So it just stopped I think it just like randomly started another live stream. Okay, so annoying. I didn't even know that people were commenting on YouTube. Oh my God. Okay, we'll have to fix it, I suppose, on the back end. You know what? And that's just what it is when we're a Mercury retrograde shadow himself, and now he's banned from Burger King for life. What? Okay. One of my subscribers on, I don't know. That's really interesting. So basically YouTube is streaming the wrong live stream. That's really, Call Me Burnsy says, hey, I caught you live. Love your content. Hi, I'm so glad. Thank you. I'm well. How are you? I've heard YouTube live is a nightmare. Well, I'm streaming through, at one point during the live stream, my OBS completely froze. And I think at some point my OBS, I've got to restarted the wrong live stream. So I'll just have to fix it on the back end because my YouTube thinks we're doing Christmas readings right now, and that's not scheduled until obviously next week. So, but hey, save it on your calendar for next Monday night. We're going to do some Christmas readings. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. And I feel bad because I'm not able to see. This is just kind of a Mercury shadow period. We should be almost out of the Mercury retrograde shadow period. We really, really should. It is glitchy too, yeah. I think that's my bad. It's because I really wasn't really supposed to be streaming on a Monday night, but I'm just trying to work on what's coming up the rest of the month for Gemini. And what is the oracle message for Gemini? for the new moon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Gemini, where you are is 9 of Wands, okay? You're in this energy of perseverance, of pushing through. The 9 of Wands, okay, we've got great fortune, okay? Maybe you're applying for more money, a promotion, a better job, a loan. Okay, you might need to not give up. The 9 of Wands suggests that you're really close to getting whatever it is that you desire. Somebody named One of One join, and I just immediately heard Beyonce. I'm talk name. Okay. What you need to work on is 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is about competition. It's about you're trying to overcome, potentially sneaky, going behind your back, telling lies about you, having secret affairs. Okay, you might need to overcome somebody who threw you under the bus, potentially. That is what you need to work on and overcome. But what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to embrace the high priest. So this downloads, trusting your gut, you know, you just kind of having those intuitive messages seemingly out of nowhere of like, oh, you know what, I need to talk to this person, or I need to go down this street, or this GPS for whatever reason, so I'm just going to trust the detour, you know. So sometimes, yeah, trust in divine detours. That's not really a message that's here, but that's a message that I feel called to share, of just, you know, really listening and being aware of where spirit is leading you. The street and what is this, spirit animal? So what do you have for Gemini for the high priestess? Okay, so we got a couple cards here. Groundhog spirit, time to let go. He connects with high priestess a lot. Divine wisdom, divine intellect. Okay, I'm not going to read those messages. Is like a heavy load, so let's go ahead and read that. Making mistakes builds resilience. I act with self-responsibility. The affirmation is, I am strong and resilient. Yeah, you got this, Gemini. Just push through. You against you, and you're aware. There are some people who want to see you fail. There are some people who want your position. They may not want to see you fail, but they want your position. They want what you have, so they're trying to dethrone you, so to speak. Look, I just opened the deck, and the mature woman card was still flipped over. Maybe that's significant. Maybe you're dealing with an older woman. This is feeling like an older woman in your work environment, if I'm being honest. Thank you for sharing the live, Rita. Appreciate that. But whenever I start reading, oh my God, I get so hot. Plus I'm drinking wine, so I'm like, whew, I should probably turn it off, honestly, but kind of locked in. I don't know how many people are in here. How many people? Like, I can't. That's the one thing I wish I could see. I'm sure that there's some statistics somewhere where I should be able to see that, but right now I can't. I cannot see. Maybe it's for the best, because sometimes I get hung up on that. I'm like, oh no, there's only like 2 people watching. Cancer. To the month. And what is your oracle card for the new moon in Sagittarius? Cancer. Okay, beautiful. Okay. You're trying to push through. You're trying to make sure everything is good. Everything's in place. All of the bills are paid. All of your projects are just trying to make. Sometimes the 8 of Pentacles does represent perfectionist energy, in case you're like trying to be a perfectionist about some things right now. Ooh, that's beautiful. To release control in the position of what you need to work on, because the Wheel of Fortune is, it's divine timing, it's good luck, good karma, good fortune. Release control. I'm gonna pull a card from the finance deck to see. What do you have for Cancer, please? Okay, we've got growth and rescuer. Okay, that's beautiful. So this would indicate to me, okay, the rescuer card says someone may enter your life, help you resolve difficulties you are experiencing. Consider careers as a firefighter, paramedic, or any rescue or heroic profession. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, quite the opposite. It shows your strength. And then growth, okay? Expect good news in money matters, a raise or new job offer. Money, right? Open to seeing what could come to you. And rest of the month is King of Swords. What a beautiful second half of December for you, Cancer. King, subject matter expert. They're very level-headed. They're very communicative. They're very smart. They're very educated, okay, that they put in. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, theme, your overall theme for this new moon in Sagittarius is peace. If your life feels chaotic right now, Cancer, the new moon in Sagittarius is going to bring in peace. It's going to usher in peace. Here's a little message. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not let what we no longer need go. We make room for peace. The affirmation is, I choose to create and hold peace. I allow something to happen. You have to let go of control. I allow this to ripple out into the world. Okay. All right, drop some comments below. I intended this to be kind of, you know, quick and dirty readings, but because my monthly forecast guides are really where you get the meat and potatoes of like what to need to be looking out for. All right, let's move on to Leo. Okay, where's Leo currently? What does Leo need to work on? New moon in Sagittarius for Leo. Or excuse me, yeah, new moon in Sagittarius for Leo. Okay, attraction, beautiful. Okay. Okay, where you are, Leo, what you need to work on, yep, and outcome, cool. All right, where you are is Three of Wands, Leo. You're in this energy of where you're, you know, it's like this, you know, it's, you guys ever been on standby? I've never been on standby, but you understand the concept. It's like, Leo, you're on standby, you know, waiting for your name to be called. So you're in this energy of preparedness, of expectation, okay? This really is the card of expectation for the picking. So you're just kind of like watching and waiting, right? Now, what you need to work on is the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this could represent hardship. This could represent going without. This could represent not having enough finances. All right, so the Five of Pentacles sometimes represents you inflicted suffering because Leos are very prideful. So this could be a message that you're not asking people for help. You need to... I don't know that I want to say you need to ask for help. I don't know if that's what I want to say. You need to figure out a way to get yourself out of this circumstance for Leo, please. Okay, we've got luck. Beautiful. Luck is going to come your way, Leo. Your luck is about to change for the better. You could get a lucky break or some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. Great. Okay, just hold that vibration, Leo, even if things seem crazy. Focus on, nope, luck. Even if you have to tell yourself, Whitney told me everything's going to work out, it's going to work out. Sometimes just having the belief sometimes is enough. I never want people to, I want people to manifest within their comfort zone. I should make a video about that. But because there is something to manifesting what you are. Sitting here saying like, yeah, if you're saying like, oh my God, you know, I'm about to be Chris Brown's next girlfriend, but you don't really believe it. Well, okay, that is a terrible example. If you are manifesting, but you don't entirely believe that you're going to get it, guess what? You're not going to get it because you don't believe it. So manifest within your beliefs. And sometimes you do have to stretch yourself to new heights. Whitney told me. All right. And the rest of the month for you is Justice, Leo. All right, so this is beautiful. This is Libra energy. This is getting what you deserve. This, like, you know, things, Leo, things are looking a little crazy right now, but your belief and your attraction, okay, is what's bringing shit to you. You're like, nah, I'm not going out without a fight. Is attraction, super moon, infinite. This message. All right. it says, you can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready to find. Leo, as long as you believe, if you give into the fear, doubt, and worry, you've already, I can't see your comments right now, but just know that I'm with you in spirit. I'm with you in spirit, okay? Okay, let's move on to Virgo. Watch all my Virgo clients come in at like the perfectly timed. Again, I still have no idea. Currently, okay, Alicia says Virgo here. See, perfect time. This is it's a good spread. It's not a great spread. I mean, it's not a terrible, it's a neutral spread. It's a patchy Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this would suggest that you are in a space where you are really handling your business. You're really embracing who want to be around you. And you're really just kind of in your creative bag. The King of Wands is very creative. You know? So that's the energy that you're for, Sagittarius, okay? This Two of Wands, this is planning, which I really shouldn't have to tell you to do. But the Two of Wands is about planning for the future and getting organized. Some card to confirm this Two of Wands, please. Where are the Two of Wands for Virgo? Imprisonment. Maybe you've been feeling stuck. You need to break out of that, figure out a way to break out of that, Virgo. What is this for Virgo? We also have bad health and house coming out. Okay, maybe somebody's sick. Maybe maybe you're getting cabin fever. I'm feeling the need to get out. Or maybe you want somebody to, you're trying to devise a plan for somebody else to get out the house, you know? Or I am feeling that you need space. The rest of the month is the trusting and following the unseen of what you sense versus what you can see and feel. You just have to be careful with the moon because you have to like really be careful about what's real and what's not. What is your fear and anxiety and what is true? And I just think that goes back to us just battling this, you know, Neptunian and Pisces energy, the Saturn and Pisces energy. It has been extremely difficult all year to understand what is real and what is not, being over idealistic versus being practical. Okay, we've got 39. The message is process of creation. Save money and time, have a reserve. Oh my God, I should have been recording this. Whoops. It's okay. If you saw it, you saw, you know? So but it is what it is. It is what it is. If you saw it in real time, you saw it in real time. Okay. Whatever. It's been a day. I'm giving myself grace. I'm giving myself grace. Today has been a day. And also I haven't live streamed in like a couple weeks. So it's like I kind of forgot how to do all this, which is why I was late. I was like, I can get this together in a couple minutes. Okay, let's read some messages. Okay, Alicia, you were Pisces. Why did I think you were Pisces? Alicia says true and true so far. Alicia, my son's dad is incarcerated. And literally I mentioned I have cabin fever because my kids have been sick. Oh no. And missed work last week. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, girl, get out the house. Get some fresh air. Okay. Let's move on to Libra. Okay. I just wanted to say, I scheduled my lives last night. I said, I just want to show up for my community. I said I was going to do it and we'll take it from there. What does Libra need to work on? What's coming up for Libra? Alicia says, I'm back to work this week, but I work for a school, so we're off. Excuse me, off 2 weeks. Okay, that's beautiful. Amazing. You get a little winter break. Okay, theme of the new. I'm a multiple sneezer, guys. Say you love me, you ain't put me in shit. Okay. Why Libra? The first song. I flipped over these cards and immediately I heard Let It Snow. And I'm talking. Let it snow. I love, that's one of my favorite Christmas songs. I'm doing a horrible job right now. Just so you know, I never remember the lyrics. Where you are, Libra, we've got the Knight of Cups, seeing the beauty in things, being over romanticizing things. It can represent a love interest. Maybe you're focused on a love interest right now, and maybe you're feeling like swept away in the raptures of love right now, which would be fun. Let's just confirm this. What is this about for you? Okay, please, I would like to be done with the sneezing, Spirit. I always do this at the end of the night. What is this for Libra, please? Like focused on like enjoying your work right now. You might even have a work crush. You might have a work crush. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but let's see. Let's say real quick, if you do have a work crush. Yeah, this is a cold winter. Like we just finally got our, I'm in Jersey, and we finally got our like real snowfall this weekend. Not for you, okay? Six of Swords. Go ahead and pack your bags and move on. Somebody else has something better. You don't like what you have. You got the short end of the stick. You're comparing, you're envying, you're just kind of discontent with what you have. You're purposefully waiting for something better. And let's see exactly what this is related to. I think I want to pull another oracle card to see your outcome, a better offer, a better decision, okay? Have strength. The Strength card also represents Leo, in case a Leo is important in this scenario. Don't cave is what I want to say. Don't fold. Okay. It usually represents kind of like life path and crossroad decisions of like, okay, what's going to happen here? What am I going to do? How am I going to maneuver? What are we talking about with this Judgment card for Libra, please? Rest of December. Okay, courtship. This is about whether or not you're going to stay with somebody. This could be romantic or professional. Okay. I'm sorry, all of a sudden I just got very like congested. Okay, your card for the new moon in Sagittarius is Wisdom. Okay, let's read the message. 22, that vibrates to the number 4. But it takes time. Learn from your experience. You might wish to ask the opinion of a wise mentor if you are uncertain. The affirmation is, I use my knowledge and you know, Libra, this just kind of feels like for me, I'm going to be very honest. You thought our relationship was going to come together, but like the fog is kind of being lifted now that we've kind of gotten out of the retrograde, and now that, you know, we're coming in better, and now you're finally realizing, okay, no, it's not getting better. Like it's almost like reality is hitting you and you're needing to use your wisdom. For me, I actually need to remove myself. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this, to be honest. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. If I'm being completely transparent, I'm going to take an edible so I can time it perfectly so that like by the time I'm done recording, I can really be relaxed. Joy. I guess TikTok cut me off and TikTok was like, oh, your access is suspended. And I was like, did I say something I wasn't supposed to say? Damn. I was like, let me pause so I can go get my Eddie. Okay, wait, what were your thoughts on Libra? Was it brief? I just put the cards away. Yeah, I think so too. I didn't think that that would be, I mean, it's legal in Jersey, damn. I don't know. But also, like, who's to say that it, you know, what I'm taking is I'm like, how can that be the thing? Is that serious? Are you serious? I don't know. And who knows what the hell is happening on YouTube. Move on to Scorpio. Okay, here we go. Scorpio. If you got Scorpio placements, go ahead, make some noise in the chat. Better about, they're always like, oh, community violations because you're promoting services. And I noticed since I'm streaming through this, they're not. All right, we're picking up with Scorpio. Here we go. Where is Scorpio right now? What does Scorpio need to work on? Overall theme of the rest of the month for Square. Okay, great, beautiful. Scorpio. All right, wow. All right, Scorpio, this is a reset. This is a whole goddamn reset, okay? Current self is 10 of Swords. This is endings, defeating, feeling defeated. This is you're back against the wall, like worst case scenario, endings, betrayal. I am really feeling betrayal. Through a breakup? Did we go through a separation? This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This can be professional or platonic. Someone wasn't in your corner like you thought they would, or like they said they'd be. Okay, so you're kind of moving through that separation right now. Yes. The Queen of Wands is someone who's very charismatic, spontaneous, and alluring. It may be that you need to focus on this energy, or that you need to focus on a particular fire sign. What is this? Scorpio. Privileged lady. Focus on yourself. That's what Spirit's telling you to do. Rocco. Okay, and also, rest of the month, 10 of Wands. We've got burden, responsibility, heavy lifting, okay? The 10 of Wands, like the rest of the second half of December is not going to be cute. It's actually going to be like, it's giving Me, Myself, and I by Beyonce. You know, it's giving like, that's all I got in the end. And it's giving that, Scorpio. It's giving that. You know, people have disappointed. And I feel bad because I'm always in my videos telling you, let people help you. Let your friends know what you're going through. And you always tell me every time, nobody's ever there for you. And I fear that this is actually the situation where it's like, yeah, nobody's there for you. And you're just going to have to like move through this yourself. I'm sorry. You know, I want to sit here, you know, I'm not that, hey, listen, if you thought I was a tarot reader that was always going to be sunshine and rainbows, you're sadly mistaken. While that is my inner energy, I always want you to be prepared to prepare you. Especially if today you're watching this reading and you're like, what are you talking about, Whitney? My life is great. Okay, I hope it remains great. I really do. I'm not looking to be proven right. I'm looking to add guidance and value to your life. So it looks like the rest of the month is going to be kind of heavy, Scorpio, because you made it happen. Look, you've got the luck coming out too. Okay. Message is, your luck is about to. Oracle message for the new moon in Sagittarius this week is purity. And this card represents a clean slate. Okay, look for the simplest and cleanest solution. Understand your motives for doing what you're doing. Be as you. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Okay, we're going to move on to Sagittarius in just a moment. Let me know if that connected with any of you folks with Scorpio placements. I really got to figure out, I got to update OBS because there's so much right now that I'm just like, I don't even know how long I've been streaming. Oh, now I see it. You wanted me to see 111. Okay, new beginnings, new portals, guys. Fresh starts. Okay. Here we go. All right, we're on Sagittarius. What can Sagittarius on? Theme of Sagittarius's new moon in their own sign. What is the overall vibe? Okay, same as Cancer, we got peace. Okay, hold on, my lashes are just like. Okay, wow, this is a very powerful, charged reading. Okay, I wasn't expecting, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. All right, current self is King of Wands, fire sign energy, which you are taking charge, having a vision, taking the reins, you know, inspiring others, leading others. Like, this is you speaking. And that is astrology slang for, like, we're almost at the end of said. I'm trying to decide if I want to put a bonus card on that. No, I guess not. Yeah, I kind of do. Let's pick something from this. They made their own little deck. Okay. The Bloom. Abundance is yours. Allow yourself to grow and glow. Work on your happiness. You need to work on what makes you happy. You know, work on what brings you inner joy. You need to connect to that childlike energy, that childlike nature. You've been a little bit too serious, okay? Emperor in the position of what's coming up for you, or overall theme of the rest of the month. We've got Aries energy represented here, but the Emperor also represents fatherhood. It represents, and someone taking up space and just like, again, kind of more of that vision taking control. This is very confident energy, Sagittarius. This is very like, hey, and people are gonna like it. And it's not even like a aggressive, like I'm doing what I want to do. It's like I'm doing what I want to do, and you can get with it or you can get lost. But that confidence. So I really, really love this energy for you, Sagittarius. So I like how the rest of the month is going to go for you. And your oracle message for your new moon in your sign is peace. It is peace, okay? Kill my vibe at all. I'm hearing Kendrick Lamar. Oh, let me read the message. I was like, dang, I almost forgot my job. Okay, numbers 28, that vibrates to the number 10, which again is a reset. Okay. Peace of mind is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves. Refuse drama and do not freely engage with people who use drama as a weapon. Stop fighting. Allow yourself to rest for a while. When we let what we no longer need go, we make room for peace. The affirmation is, I choose to create and hold peace. I allow this to ripple out into the world. Okay. I hope that's helpful for you, Sagittarius. Let me know in the comments below. Simply Simple. Hi. What's up? Guys, we're about to move on to, I don't know if that was there. We're going to move on to Capricorn in just a moment. Who's cross-watching for your friends and family, I appreciate you. You know, not just dropping off after you listen to your sign. I do that. Okay, where's Capricorn right now, please? What does Capricorn need to work on? What's the overall theme of the rest of December for Capricorn? And what is the theme of this new moon in Sagittarius for Capricorn? Just one card, please, for this new moon in Sagittarius for Capricorn. Okay, we got two, but I'm going to take the... Okay, you know, it feels like there's a really major theme of, you know, the second half of December of people drawing their line in the sand and saying, I'm not taking this point no further, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. So current self, you know, this is sometimes fantasizing, romanticizing, manifesting, maybe being overwhelmed by choice and options. Let's see why maybe you're juggling a lot of ideas and options at this time. What is this for Capricorn? I think the occupation card will come out, but let's see. What is this for Capricorn? Okay, we've got the House card. Okay. Maybe you're trying to tend to a lot of things in the home. Maybe you're trying to juggle a lot of expenses around a lot of people. There's a lot of movement around your home life right now. So that's just where you are as we are in the middle of December. What you need to work on is justice. Okay, that's Libra energy. That is getting, again, you, because I don't use reversals in this deck. Why is that the case? Clarify, please, justice for Capricorn, please. And we've got the Four of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. Interesting. Four of Pentacles is about kind of being conservative. It's about feeling like you're penny pinching, you're clutching, it's scary. To me, this is looking like Capricorn. It's like you no longer have to live in scarcity. If you get a breakthrough, that makes you feel like you can kind of like not live in this scarcity energy. And the rest of the month is Two of Wands. The rest of the month, you're just planning ahead, planning for the future, much like Virgo, okay? You're just trying to get yourself organized for what's to come. Can represent travel, and it can be representative of preparing to travel, but that's not very psychic because it's the holidays and most pay. Let's see exactly what, Capricorn. Okay, we've got the message for the new moon in Sagittarius is release. Okay. Let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits do not engage you anymore as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to no longer need. Go ahead and Aquarius. Okay. Did we have some sort of disappointment, some sort of heartbreak, some sort of sorrow happen recently? Okay, where is Aquarius currently? And overall theme of the rest of the new moon in Sag, please, for Aquarius. Okay, release wanting to come out for you as well, but also 3 others, so we're going to keep shuffling. What you got for Aquarius? Theme of the new moon for Sag for Aquarius. Okay, masculine, yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay. It's like you're really hard at work this month. Really, really aggressively hard at work. Wanting to kind of get your affairs in order. things right, wanting to kind of set yourself up for success as we begin to slow down for the rest of the year here. What you need to work on is the Eight of Cups. This, okay? Because sometimes the Eight of Cups is just a message that maybe you just need some alone time. I don't use reversals in this deck, so this could even be a message of maybe you needing to give something or someone another chance. What is this for you, Aquarius? Eight of Cups, please. Okay, we've got tempting, missing the intimacy, friends with benefits, recovering from infidelity. I do interpret these cards for more than just romantic readings. That was tempting. Something that was beautiful, but you realize, maybe this isn't all it's cracked up to be. Maybe this isn't all it appears to be. Okay, theme of the rest of the month, unfortunately, but this is just the card that's come out, all right? The Five of Cups is about grief, sadness, and loss. So it does feel like, the predict gloom and doom. Rest of December, clarify the Five of Cups. We've got the Magician. The Ace of Cups and Chariot, okay? Okay, so a new beginning emotionally. The Chariot is about moving forward, moving on, overcoming obstacles. And the Magician is about manifesting your ideal reality, okay? To me, to the sign of Cancer, in case that's important to you. Yeah. It's feeling like you have to move on in some way. I got to move on. I got to find a new horizon, something new to pour into, something new that is inspiring. The masculine, the number is 42. That vibrates to the number of 6. Sometimes the number of 6 is connected to like a little, I look at 6, but anyway. It is time to formally learn more, enroll in a course, or learn a new skill. Offer your protection to someone weaker than yourself. Take steps to improve your health and vitality. Okay, now if you absolutely hated this reading, check out my monthly forecast. I just think the past few months in general have been difficult for you, just based off of insight about what I predicted, not just in this reading here, but overall for the month of December in great detail. Okay. Any Pisces in the room? Any Pisces with me? I usually always have at least one Pisces. See, Regal 258. I love it. I love it. Right. Let's see. Pisces. Where's Pisces currently? What does Pisces need to work on? What is the overall theme of the rest of the month for Pisces? And what is the overall theme of this new moon in Sag for Pisces? Okay, here we go. Make magic happen, where you want to manifest what you desire. Okay. And for this, well, on that, clarify the Magician for Pisces. We've got now, is that supposed to be the Three of Swords? Okay. This deck is so interesting, but I think that's supposed to be the Three of Swords. So, since like the swords falling out, getting over a difficult period, Pisces, okay? So you're just trying to like make it all work. Your truth come out 3 times tonight. King of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but also connected to vision, direction, drive, creativity, and inspired leadership, okay? So this, for me, being in the position of like what you need to work on, you need to allow yourself to step into this leadership capacity, get comfortable with people seeing you in a leadership light, comfortable with people authority that you've created and amassed over a period of time that you now feel qualified to be a leader, you know? Overall theme of the rest of the month is Six of Swords, okay? Six of Swords is a transition. Now, the transition oftentimes with the Six of Swords is a movement towards calmer waters, a situation turning around. It is representative of a turning point. So if things have felt low, if things have felt heavy, this is when things turn around for you. Let's see if we can get a card from the Healing Heart Journey. Now, I mean, obviously when I look at the Sweet Release card, I look at it as, especially tied to the Six of Swords, I look at it as you releasing somebody. These little messages at the bottom on that. Let's pull a yes, no. I'm seeing you as moving on, okay? No, it just forked up a real time in, what? A real tine in, but a real tine in the behind. Okay, it just forked up a real tine. Excuse me. The answer is no. So I don't know. I just felt like pulling a yes, no for you. Y'all take that how it resonates. Okay, so overall, Pisces, I feel like you're just kind of like, it's giving, I'm going to make lemons out of lemonade. I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. Making lemonade out of lemons. That's just kind of what it feels like. You're like, when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. You're not going to let this get you down, whatever you're going through. You're like, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to make this work for me. Okay, now your oracle message is discernment for the new moon in you. Number 10 is a message, it's a number of closure. Okay. Take care in your choices now. Look carefully and judge. But now it has been revealed to you. Examine it closely. The affirmation is, I take my time to be accurate and precise in my discernment. Interesting. Okay, let me know if that resonated for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. Is there anything anybody wants to discuss? Anything anybody wants to chat about before I, close us out here for the evening? I don't know, Shani, if you're still here, but the reading for Aquarius are in kind of a heavy period right now, Shani. And of course, I definitely recommend you watch my full monthly forecast for context, for deeper meaning and context, if you're looking for, some guidance for this duration of... Right, I'm just looking at the comments over here, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna give it another minute. For Aquarius, it really had Aquarius rising. I'm an Aquarius rising. It's been a very difficult road. It really has. And I think, and I don't want to, I'm not limiting that to Aquarius, but it has been heavy for you more than most. But I think this year in general has been really difficult to a lot of people. And I think we're all just ready to put this year behind us. Now, for me, I don't really acknowledge January 1st as like the new year. It's the new calendar year according to society, right? But I personally observe energy, this shedding energy, this rebirth energy, for the remainder of January, February, March, until we've got our reset in spring, where we really can tap into that year of the horse energy, where we're really feeling those fresh new starts and things moving fast. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'm gonna figure out what the hell is on the back end of YouTube of this, but I'll have to fix it. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you are new and TikTok and